This is a how-to video on how to view announcements, navigate through the content of the course, take a quiz, and also post to the discussion board. So when you first open up your iLearn, you'll come to this page, and I just want you to always access the course by clicking on this icon. The reason why is because it will take you straight to this announcements page, and this is where I'm going to be posting a lot of important information about the class. So you want to come to this page first every time to make sure you're not missing any announcements. And as I post new announcements, the older ones will disappear because there's only room for a certain number of announcements. So if you're looking for an older announcement that is not on this page anymore, what you need to do is scroll down all the way to the bottom and click Show All Announcements. So when you do that, then you can get to all the old ones that have gone away as I've been posting new ones. So just make sure to check these announcements regularly because that's where I'll be posting a lot of important information about each unit. I'll put the due dates on there. I'll put links to different things that you might find helpful. If there's any instructions about the unit that are different, all of that will be here under announcements. So just make sure that you're going to that first announcements page regularly. Okay, I need to change my view to be a student now. So as you're going through the course, the main place you're spending your time is in this content tab. So when you click on content, it takes you to this, this is where all of the course materials will be found. So there's a table of contents that you can easily get to different sections of the class. So this is probably the easiest way to do it, but you can also just scroll down and everything is here also. Same things, but this is probably easier just to go straight to Unit 1. So you definitely want to look through the introduction and all of that stuff. But when you're ready to start Unit 1, this is where you'll be. So let's say I'm going to start here at the Chapter 1 introduction. So as I click on all these different pages, you'll see these arrows. So that's how you're going to go through the course. So you'll read whatever's on this page. It'll give you this little check mark to say, like, yes, I've completed this. Basically, it's just whatever's on that page you need to do. So I'm just reading that. Those are my objectives for now. And then I go to the next page. Okay, so here's the first fact or fiction quiz. Now, the fact or fiction quizzes are optional, remember, so you actually can just skip past it if you would like. But you can go ahead and go to the next page. And if you want to take the quiz, there will be a way to say Start Quiz. I've already done this one, so I'm just going to skip past it. Okay, and then here's where the actual course content starts. So it's going to tell you to read these pages in the textbook. So have your textbook out and ready when you're doing this. And then it has a journal question. So what you need to do is download that journal file and have it open on your computer ready to go as you're going through this content. I'm going to show you how to do that in the next video, how to actually download it. But just know that as you're doing this, you need to be answering these questions as you go through the content and as you're reading your textbook pages. It's a lot easier to just do it all at once than if you try to get all the reading done and then go back and answer the questions. It just makes it harder because then you've forgotten things that you read a few days ago. If you do it all at the same time, it's fresh in your mind. And then you're kind of pacing yourself and not trying to get it all done on the last day. Okay, so I've read these pages. I've answered this question on my journal file. And so I'll go to the next page. Okay, same thing. It's going to tell you to read. You're going to answer this question. Okay, got it. Then I'll go to the next page. Okay, so here, there's a video to watch. So again, you need to read these pages. Then you're going to watch the video that goes along with it, and then you're going to answer these questions on your journal file. So a lot of times the journal questions need some information from these videos as well as the textbook pages. So be sure that you're watching every video that goes along with these pages and questions. And then go to the next page. And you just keep doing that for all the way through the whole first chapter. Another video to watch, more things to read in the textbook, another question. So when I'm done with all of these content pages, it's going to take me to where I can take the quiz. So here's the page for the reading check. So that you saw how I just flipped through every page and then eventually ended up at the reading check. So you can do it that way. You'll go to the next page and then it'll give you some instructions here. Make sure to save each response as you're going through. That way if something happens and your computer messes up halfway through, you at least have your questions saved that you have already been working on. It's not going to automatically do that. You have to click the little button that says save response or something like that on each question. So then I can start quiz from right here. Another way to get to the quiz is if you don't want to take this quiz right now, if you don't feel like you're ready, you can just keep going through and go to the next section. But just remember that you still have to go back and take that quiz. So you can also get to it from the quizzes tab. And here's all the list of what quizzes you need. So here's the pretest, there's the first fact or fiction, here's the first reading check. So if I know that I need to go and take that reading check, but I've already done the reading and I don't want to go through the content, I can just go to quizzes and come here and click on reading check. And it'll take you to the same place where you can then start the quiz. Okay, so as I'm doing that, it gives you 3 attempts. So if you mess up on the first one and do bad, it's fine. You can take it again. You can take it 3 times. But every time, it's timed 20 minutes. So just make sure you're ready. When that timer starts, that's it. You can't stop it. So you're going to go through, and I'm not going to really answer all these questions, but basically you click save after each one. Then when you're done, you do save all, and then go to submit the quiz. Okay, and if there's something I haven't done, it's going to tell me, hey, you didn't answer these questions. So that's helpful. Okay, so that's quizzes. The next thing I'm going to show you how to do is to go to the discussion board and post on the discussion board. So again, there's 2 different ways to do it. You can get to it from the content tab because down here, after you've gone through chapters 1 through 4, at the very bottom, there's this Unit 1 activities, and that's where you'll find all the downloads. So this is where you'll download your Dear Abby and your reflective journal and all of that. You can get to the discussion board from here as well. It'll give you instructions, and then you can go to the next page, or you can just click here, either way. And this is where you start the new discussion. So on here, you have to post before you can read anybody else's threads. So you need to click on the name of the discussion board. That'll open up this new window. Click on Start a New Thread. Type in your subject, write whatever you want to write for your post. And then you can add a picture or something like that. If it's your introduction, I want you to add a picture. So you can do that right here. And then pick whatever picture you're going to do. You click Upload and then Add. And then when you're done, you'll click Post, which I'm not actually going to do right now because I don't want to post to this discussion board right now. But you will need to do that soon. Then after you do the discussion board, you're kind of stuck in this weird discussion board place. So what I usually do is just come back up here and go to the main screen again. So from here, I can go back to the content or whatever I want to do. The last thing that I want to show you is the questions and conversations discussion board. So that will always be at the very top of your discussions. And you can also get to it in the content tab as well at the beginning of each unit. There's a link to it, but this is the easiest way that I have found to get to it. You just click on discussions, it's the very first one. So if you have questions about something going on in the class, if you don't understand a concept, if a question in the journal or something is not making sense, just post it here because then everybody in the class has access to it. And I'll be checking this board regularly to be able to see who has questions and answering them quickly. Okay, so that is the first half of the how-to videos, and I will be posting a second video on how to do a few other things in the class.